I'm back. I'm sorry. I missed 2 weeks, didn't I? The first week, I actually can't remember why I missed it. I think I was just kind of stressed. I was feeling a bit weird. But then the next week I missed it because I've been playing with the Phlogistinator for 14 hours a day, so I didn't have the time to do one last Sunday. So we'll do a little catch up. We'll do a little catch up one, and I'll do another one on Sunday. How about that? And I think this one's an important one for myself at least, and it's about getting back on track. That's what today's one's going to be about, because I felt like I've gotten a little complacent. I don't want to say complacent. I haven't willingly gotten complacent. There's nothing more I've wanted to do than progress towards my goals. But ever since I think the Bing Soy video came out, it's kind of felt like hard to really set myself. It started with I stopped doing YouTube as much because I was like, I want to take a break at 100k, and that kind of followed through, and then like my diet started getting a little worse, my workouts were a little more spotty, and it kind of just sort of fell into this little chain reaction of nothing major, but just slowly unraveling all the good stuff I'd built up, and I wasn't happy with it. I've kind of had a tough few weeks since the video went out, even though I've experienced so much success. I'm very grateful for that, of course, but no, I've had a bit of a derailing somewhat. But last night I decided to change that. I decided to pick up my journal, and I decided to write and write. And if you're unaware, I think there's about 20 days left in my 100-day challenge. I'm saying 23 because I think my challenge ends on September 28th, which is like a Thursday, and I'm taking all my friends out for dinner on October 1st. And that'll be where it formally ends for me. So I have 23 more days of this challenge, and I really want to get it back on track. So last night I started writing. Yeah, I just felt this kind of complacency since the Bing Soy video came out, and I really just want to get back on track for these last 20 days. I want to go all out and prove to myself, like the first 20 days of the 100-day challenge I did, where I released that sniper video. I've never worked as that hard in my life. I was working 12 hours a day on that video. I was using this app to like plant a tree, and I was planting so many fucking trees. And I was working so hard. I was committed in every aspect of my habits, my diet, my working out, and all that. And for these last 20 days, I want to replicate that because I feel like it's been a little patchy at times. Overall, very good. Overall, very, very proud of where I've come, but still a little patchy. So as I was saying, I wrote all these things down. I wrote down why. I wrote down I want to have these aesthetic, physical goals that I want to reach. You know, I want to have I want my mental health to be in check. I want to go back to meditating because I just like meditating is just so. I haven't stopped it. It's just been more patchy, which isn't good. And I want to get back to consistently I do anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes, but I think I'll try and consistently hit 10 minutes for the last week of the challenge, because it's just so good for like just mindfulness and feeling present in the moment. And just meditating's great. I highly recommend it. But along with all this, I want you to know that, you know, sometimes you get off track. I think that's kind of like inevitable in life. Things come up, things happen, things change, and that's life. So I think it's fine getting into little ruts, little uneasy patches where you're not fully sure what to do, and that's kind of where I've been for the past 3 weeks. But I think trying not to be too harsh on yourself, which I think I wasn't. I think I was getting way too hard on myself. Like I couldn't write a script. I was like, fuck, I need to get a new video. I need to write a script. What am I doing? And then that spirals. I'm getting stressed, anxious. I think that was a bad way of approaching it. I think getting off track is just inevitable when you're pursuing, no matter what the goal, no matter what it is. You will have times where it's not as good, and I think that's perfectly fine. I don't think you should come at it from this toxic mentality. I think you should come in and be like, okay, this is happening. It's okay. I won't beat myself up over it, but I will start to get back on track, and that's exactly what last night was for me. I journaled a couple pages. I'm not getting everything because some of it's quite personal, but no, I've really taken a reset. I want these last 23 days of the challenge to go hard, even though I've achieved my sub goal, even though I've read 8 books, even though I will be meditating 10 minutes. I probably won't dunk. I've kind of lost motivation a bit for basketball, I'll be honest with you, but I have different physical goals I want to achieve with my body, with like reps, with like my aesthetic, how I look. So that's kind of replaced the dunking. So I'm sorry, I might not be able to dunk by the end of it, which is kind of sad, but it's okay. I have different physical goals in place. It's not like I'm not working out or anything like that. But yeah, I have all these goals that I just really want to try and push myself and just like kind of prove to myself what the last 7 months of self-help have accumulated towards. Because I just want to prove to myself I can have 3 really good weeks where I hit all my goals. I've got a habit tracker up. I'd really recommend a habit tracker if you don't. Just a simple like daily spreadsheet type thing. We can say, oh, I'll read mine out right now. The first thing's a cold shower, then it's Mackie walk, then it's meditate, then it's read, then it's walk, then it's workout, then it's journal, and then there's diet. And I tick the box. If I do it for the day, if I don't, I exit. And I really want. I've done this for the next 23 days. I want it to be perfect. I want to commit to everything, and I really want to prove to myself that I'm capable of having this level of self-discipline. So yeah, what I'm trying to say really is that I think you will get off track. It's just inevitable. It's innate. That's just how things are. You know, you can't predict what's going to happen in life. Even though I'm incredibly grateful for having my Bing Soy video blow up and my channel almost double in size, that comes with its own problems. And for me, that was getting my head in the right headspace to make a video. And I'm finally back there. I'm working on this fucking colossal video that's probably gonna be over an hour and a half at this rate, and I'm so excited to be working on it. I'm so excited to be I'll talk about this a bit, but throughout the last 3 weeks since the Bing So went out, I've really been missing that itch of just working towards something with videos. I was just struggling so hard to write a script for a video idea I had, and all this other shit. And for the last week, I've been working on this challenge video. I finished the video. It took 7 days of playing Flog for 14 hours a day and getting 10,000 kills. Now I'm in the editing stage, and sometimes it feels hard, right, doing something like that. Like, it can be monotonous editing. I have to sift through like 30 hours of footage, right? It's gonna be horrible, not gonna lie. But just knowing that I'm working towards something, that I'm driven, that it's purposeful, that even as hard as it is, that the fact it's going somewhere, I love that. I need to remind myself of that when I'm doing it. Because I think the worst thing I experience is when I'm complacent, when I want to be working, but I don't know what it is. I just can't get myself to do it. That feeling drains me, and it starts spiraling out of control, and I start feeling so bad. But again, what I need to realize in the future is that that's okay. I think it's inevitable, and as long as you start heading back on track, it might not be an immediate, you won't just flick a switch. Well, I kind of did flick a switch because I don't know, I work in strange ways, but you might progressively get back into something. If you stop meditating, you might just start with a 1 minute meditation, 2 minute, 3 minute, and then you build up to what you had, right? Or with the workout, similar thing. But just be conscious of it. Don't beat yourself up. It's innate. It'll happen. But you can easily fix the course you're heading on. And that's what I've done. Because honestly, the thing driving me beyond belief right now is since the success of Bing So, alright, look, we've made a little bit of money, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Having a video go number 15 on trending, it brings in a little bit of money. And because I haven't seen most of my friends in 100 days, I'm shouting around dinner. I think I'm taking out 14 people to dinner, so that'll be interesting. But no, I'm really, 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 really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to seeing people and just kind of showing how far I've come in the last 100 days. Because I think it's probably been... I'll talk about this more. I'm going to do a video when the challenge is done. I'm going to do probably a well-edited one as well. But just how far I've come. Like, I honestly feel partially like a different person. A completely different person for the person I was 7 months ago. I'm a much different mindset. A much better one for sure. And I'm just so excited that this is going to end 23 days. I'm going to have a great out dinner. We're going to get extremely drunk. We're gonna have a great time, and that's really what's pushing me. I want to be looking good then. I want to try and see if I can improve my physique a bit before then. 23 days isn't like a hell of a lot of time, so it's not gonna be anything massive, but just feeling good, feeling confident. I can kind of like apply all the stuff I've been reading about. Cause I really haven't seen many people since I've gone to this challenge, right? But I'm feeling more confident. I'm feeling a lot more everything, really. I'm just feeling better in every aspect of my life. So I'm really, really looking forward to seeing people. Just really looking forward to having a good time. So I want these next 23 days, the reward for having a solid next 23 days, we'll be having this fantastic dinner and getting absolutely wasted. I was about to say the place we're going, but I won't be doing that actually, upon reflection. The whole thing I'm trying to get out here is don't beat yourself up if you get off track. I think it's inevitable. I think I've said inevitable like 20 times this video. Just don't beat yourself up. That's life. I think you really just need to take some time if you need to. Maybe a week off, a few days, whatever it needs to be. Just recenter yourself. Maybe do some journaling. I find journaling really helps. Oh, Mackie? Mackie's in my room. You good? I'm in the middle of recording. I'm gonna go. Come on. Ow. 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 Sorry about the abrasive cut. Mackie just stormed into my room, being a massive nuisance. I think I was talking about journaling though, but I think if you're in a kind of a weird state, you're feeling a bit, I think journaling, because you can sit on your thoughts a lot, right? And I think having them built up in your head and like just thinking things over and over and over is horrible. It's like a fucking fate worse than death, right? But once you externalize them, you write them on paper, there's some weight about that really just, it's like you're literally getting it off your chest. Maybe it's not as like impactful as telling someone something, and you can kind of get that response and maybe validation or not what's the antonym to validation? I don't know. Whatever. You get some feedback is what I'm trying to get at, right? But just physically writing something down, it just gets it off your mind. It feels like you've gotten it out, you know it's there, and you can kind of just progress a bit. So I found writing really helped me to get out of my current rut. I just got a lot of thoughts down about why I'm doing what I'm doing, what I want to achieve. Also writing about like being aware of the progress I've made. Like sometimes I feel really shit. I'm like, oh, I'm useless. But I'm like, dude, compare yourself to 7 months ago, where you were like a little fatty with no work ethic, who had poor mental health, who had all this shit going on. You compare yourself to now. You've made progress. Be proud of it. And that, I think you should also remind yourself of that too. It's important. Celebrate the small victories when you're on this Don't take me as gospel, but we're getting there. I think that's where I want to leave it. Don't beat yourself up. It's okay to have periods where you're not doing as well as you want to be. Just write. I think writing's really helpful. Journaling, for me especially, is really useful. Getting those thoughts out and moving on from there and making a plan of attack, what you're going to do next. Invaluable. 100% would recommend it to you. And that's where I think I'm going to end it. So thank you. Sorry about the break. That wasn't intentional. I really love uploading to this channel and telling you guys where I'm at. But I think we'll leave it there for this one. So thank you. And farewell, Elite Level Gamer.